Hi, it's me from the future. Oh, the mosquitoes are out and I'm getting eaten alive. I just realized as I was editing the beginning of this video that I kind of forgot to set up what it is that we're doing. We are stacking firewood Norwegian Round Style, also called Holz Hausen. You'll see that in a minute. First, we have to cut down some firewood so we can stack the firewood, and I'll see you 2 days ago. Good afternoon, welcome to 4 Acres. We have had a heat wave in the last week. High 90s, crazy humid. Technically the heat wave is broken. Now it's 80 degrees and crazy humid. I'm already sweating like nobody's business. Right now, I'm gonna cut that apple tree down. It is pretty much dead. Want it for firewood. Want to get it out of here. There's a path that goes up there to the road, and then a path that goes up there to my garage on the backside. In a perfect world, I want to be able to drive this in my pickup truck, but I want to be able to take this corner better, so I want to cut this out anyways. Let's get going. All right, we got 2 down and bucked up. Still need to deal with the tops. I think I'll just take all the branches and it'll be good firewood for the fire pit, so I'll bring it over there. We have 1 left. I don't know if you can tell, but she's leaning left, and I don't want her to go left. I want her to go, well, in a perfect world, I'd want her to go down that pathway. And she has this crazy S curve in her that is not helpful. But what I'm gonna do is cut a notch in, aiming the way I want her to go, and then I'm gonna put a back cut in, and then use this piece of wood as a wedge to help push her in the right direction. That's my plan, and see what kind of a mess we make. That was sweet. Now I can cut it up. Kind of wish it started raining. I could use the cool. Whew. Well, the tree is down. I gotta cut the stump up that you're sitting on right now. My seasonal allergies have kicked in, and I've taken medicine, but it's still whatever pollen is in the air plus whatever dust I'm kicking up with the saw is making it breathing is an epic endeavor right now. I think I'm gonna clear some of this brush out and then start to bring loads of logs over to the wood splitter. Can't stop too long because the mosquitoes will find me pretty quick. But all that apple tree bark on my arms. The shower's gonna feel great when I'm done. I feel like Les Stroud in Survivor Man, where he like films this awesome shot of him hiking off into the distance, and then you see him come walking back to get the camera because he's by himself. He doesn't have a camera crew. If you haven't watched Survivor Man, you should totally watch Survivor Man. It's the reason I made a video back 15 years ago, and it was all because of Survivor Man, and I like that style of talking directly to the camera. And of course, then came Demolition Ranch, and the rest is history. It's the next day. It's actually the end of the next day. I've been at work, worked all day. Hi, dogs. Look, Bunker's doing better. He's starting to put weight down on his leg, aren't you, buddy? You putting weight down on your leg a little bit? Yeah. Oh, good girl, Izzy. Oh, I know. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. So last winter, I stored firewood under that deck. I don't want the wood that close to the house anymore. Look, the mosquitoes are coming out. Look at that guy. I don't want the wood that close to the house because there's bugs in the wood and there's rodents that live in the wood. We're on a big hillside, and my one requirement was that the firewood be stacked at essentially the same elevation as the back door to the basement so that I could bring firewood in the winter and not worry about having to traverse up or down the hill. This seemed like a good area. In a perfect world, I would love to build a wood shed. I saw one at my cousin Lou's house that I really liked. I'd like to do something similar for next winter. This fall, I'm stacking in the round style, which is called Holz Hausen. I think it's Norwegian. If you look up like Norwegian round log stacking, you'll see it. I have one mostly done. Let's pull these tarps off. Oh, and this is a good example of why I don't want this so close to the house. There are a lot of ants. Look at all of them. And I don't want ants like that right up against the house. So I'm super happy that I'm keeping it over here and not right next to the house. You want the firewood angled in towards the center of the round circle, and we'll lay out a circle for a second one shortly right there. It doesn't really matter if this is on level ground or not because you can make it level. As you can see, that one's on a bit of a hillside. Wow, I'm getting eaten alive. The goal is to keep the logs pointed downwards and in towards the center of the circle. If they aren't, you just take a piece like this across and help reorient them into the log round. And then you take all the strange sized pieces and anything else that you want and you toss it in the center. Eventually it'll be peaked and coming down like this, and then I just throw a tarp over the top and it will keep everything dry. Okay, so we're gonna put another round right next to this one right here. We're gonna use some scrap wood as a base, and I'll show you how that goes. And we're gonna make a circle using a piece of rope, and that will help us delineate where exactly this round stack is gonna go. I'm gonna stop talking to you now and start to work because mosquitoes are out.
Damn.
One of the things I like about this style of stacking is that there's no cribbing at the end where you cross the pieces. Everything's leaning on itself to hold it all in place, and I feel like it goes faster than a traditional crib the sides, stack in between.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all, folks.
Let's see how much more we can get done with some magic. Ready? Done! We've got this pile stacked, filled in the center. Mosquitoes are definitely out. It's after 8, I think. It's definitely, well, it looks brighter on the camera than it actually is. It's starting to get dark. It is, I would call this dusk. The pile of firewood is all gone, and although this isn't a full stack yet, or what I would consider a full stack, it is on its way. Things I like about this style of stacking: doesn't really matter the length of the firewood because it's just going to stick into the middle. The odd sized pieces get to get tossed in the middle. You don't have to worry about cribbing at all. The round piece sort of holds everything together, and then the wood in the center keeps the cylinder from falling in on itself. So it feels like a very sturdy stack. This is going nowhere. I could probably stand on top of it. And it stacks really fast, or at least it feels like it stacks really fast. The real test is going to be this winter when I start pulling wood out of these piles. I suspect I may start wishing that I had a wood shed that was covered that I could just get to. And in the future, that's something I'll likely do. But for now, I think this is pretty good. I will update you as we go. Can you see the mosquitoes flying around me? I don't know if you can or not. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here on 4 acres in southern Vermont. We appreciate you very much. Always do the best you can with what you got, and we'll see you around. Take care. Totally stable. I could hang out here all day. But I'm not gonna, because the mosquitoes are still out. Oh boy, here we go. Don't eat the spray foam. Don't eat the spray foam. Hey, hey.
It's not a worm.
The R value of my chickens is amazing. Let's do it.
Oh, good! Get off! Bunker, that's not okay. Go get a drink.